Turbo blower is a high-pressure air transfer equipment which provides oil-free high-pressure air that is required in the various industrial sites. It is mainly used as an oxygen provider in sewage works for aeration and as an air transfer of raw materials such as cement and fillets. The formal title of the turbo blower is a high-speed direct-coupled motor airfoil-bearing high-pressure centrifugal blower. The traditional high-pressure blower is the positive displacement blower, which is compressed by reducing areas with the rotate of 2 or 3 lobos. Turbo blower is 40% more efficient in energy saving and also reduced noise level more than 30 dBA than the positive displacement blower. The turbo blower is mainly consisted of 3 parts. First one is the control part, electric panel and inverter for controlling the blower. Second one is the air end part for compressing the working fluid, especially the air. Finally, the cabinet for inducing air and the sound insulation. The core component of turbo blower is the air end part, which is consisted of the impeller, thrust airfoil bearing and journal airfoil bearing. Finally, the high-speed motor. The principle of the turbo blower is as follows. When the inverter converts the frequency by the signal of the control part, the high-speed motor rotates by converted frequency. And then the impeller, which is integrated to the high-speed motor, starts to spin. The impeller increases the kinetic energy of the air and the process gases. And the volute converts the increased kinetic energy to static pressure, after then discharges high-pressure air to outlet pipe. To support the spinning rotor and high speed, we use foil air bearing, which have low loss with excellent reliability. In general, the turbo blower used 2 kinds of high-speed motor: the permanent magnet synchronous motor and aluminum rotor induction motor. The permanent magnet synchronous motor is high in efficiency but very expensive because of magnet. On the contrary, the aluminum rotor induction motor is easy to mass production and stable in various environments but low in efficiency. Ace Turbo adapted the copper rotor induction motor. This is much more effective than the aluminum rotor induction motor and much more stable in environment and much cheaper than the permanent magnet synchronous motor. The copper rotor induction motor replaced the conductor of the rotor from aluminum to copper, so the efficiency is 4 to 5% higher than the aluminum rotor. Also, it is possible to make the high-speed, high-capacity turbo blower because of smaller rotor size than aluminum rotor. The motor cooling system is the most important in the turbo blower because the high-speed motor has a small radiating surface for its heat source. Ace Turbo blower is cooling the stator and the rotor separately. The stator have the passage of the cooling air on the outside of the lamination core, and the cooling fan discharges the cooling air to the outside of the product. The rotor induced the cooling air through the air gap between stator and rotor using cooling fan. Simultaneously, the cooling air flows inside of the hollow shaft. Because Ace Turbo blower are cooling the rotor using 2 cooling line, the cooling effect of the rotor will be maximized. Ace Turbo blower, which equipped with a high-efficiency copper rotor induction motor, will change the industrial environment much more effective. Thank you.